Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Carol Massar, along with Tim Stanovic. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move on this Wednesday. Bloomberg News cross-asset reporter Denitsa Sikova in the house with us. We're going to start with ticker CRCL. We're talking about Circle.
We're talking about Circle. Obviously, one of the biggest IPOs we've seen in quite some time. The stock is up about 500% since the IPO. Just incredible.
How come we're not getting a piece of that?
It's too late, maybe.
It is too late.
Today, another 34%.
Jeez.
This time it's coming off legislation. The U.S. Senate passed stablecoin legislation setting up regulatory rules for cryptocurrencies pegged to the dollar. So the rule is that dollar-pegged stablecoins would have to hold dollar-for-dollar reserves in short-term treasuries, in short-term government debt. So there are some clear winners. Circle is up 34%. Coinbase was up about 16%, but if we look at Mastercard and Visa, they were actually down about 5%. So clearly big moves in the cryptocurrency industry. Coinbase is obviously moving because they have a revenue sharing agreement with Circle. But we had some report that larger multinational merchants are exploring ways to bypass traditional credit card fees. So very
work?
interesting story.
How is that going to
I actually have no idea how this is going to work.
Okay, I understood if we could do it on blockchain, right? I just go and make my payments on blockchain, but do I need a stable coin, I guess, to do that?
Listen, do the people who are pushing
crypto, hey, crypto dude, you have a show.
I thought you were going to call me Crypto Boy. So
I do call you Crypto Boy.
So that's good.
I was trying to be respectful.
I got a promotion, I guess, because usually it's Crypto Boy coming from you. It's a
Jet.
$44 billion company now.
Yes, incredible.
Up 34% today. You set up.
Jeez.
When I heard you do this earlier today, it was up 400%.
Yes.
Since the IPO.
And now it's 540.
What's up
That's
with that?
crazy. Like every few hours, it's another 100%.
I'm getting flashbacks to 2021, Carol.
All right, let's go to something I can maybe I can compute more clearly. Marvell Technology, it also rallied today.
Yeah, it's up 7%. That's much needed relief because unlike Circle, the company is actually down 30% year to date. So today we're seeing some good news. The pressure was coming after first quarter earnings that came just in line with analysts, which in the space of chips and AI is never enough. Analysts are now positive on the chip maker following the event they had focused on AI. And we saw so many price target raises today. We saw Melius, we saw Bank of America, we saw B. Riley, Counterfeits Alert, maybe like 5 or 6 names. And actually this stock doesn't have even one sell rating. So the one number people are very excited about is that their overall data center addressable market is going to increase to 94 billion, up from 75 billion. This target is for 2028. But that was one area that the earnings report kind of disappointed. So much needed relief on the stock for sure.
Okay, Marvell Technology, also Netflix, NFLX. What's going on with Netflix today?
That's a small move, but I think it's a very interesting trend. Netflix is up 38% year to date. Today, small gain adding to that. But what we're seeing is that the streamer is unveiling a deal enabling it to broadcast linear TV on its platform.
Wait, what?
Yes, it's a small French.
Did you hear about this, Carol?
Wait, what?
This is crazy if you've been paying attention to Netflix over the last 15 years.
Yes, it's fascinating. A streaming platform going back to linear TV. And it's very interesting because it's coming just a day after we had a report that the total market share of streaming has actually surpassed broadcast and cable combined. So it's going after French TV TF1.
It's over in France.
It's over in France, but it is part of a big trend. They've been having wrestling, they've been having live sports, live events. So it's a lot more than what Netflix was.
It's exactly right. I mean, I've been covering Netflix for a long time. And when I used to write about Netflix, that was like my beat. There were things that Netflix would never do.
Yeah.
It would never do live programming. It would never do advertising.
Oh.
It's doing all of those things now.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's basically taking their programming and adding it to Netflix offerings.
Exactly.
So content.
Yeah, I mean, to me, it sounds like they're becoming this super app when it comes to content.
Yeah.
They said years ago they want to become HBO before HBO becomes us.
Yeah.
They
Right?
surpassed that many years ago.
And it's interesting you're saying that because they were just commenting on Warner Bros. And Discovery's decision to split into two. And the Netflix co-chief executive was saying that there is a broader shakeout coming up. So clearly they're looking for in that space and the moves that are happening and are picking up some of the pieces.
It's a great way for growing too outside the United States, right? Picking up subscribers, other subscribers.
Yeah. I go to Barry Diller's comments that he made recently in promoting his new book. Netflix is taking over everything. Is what he says. He said there's no stopping Netflix.
I feel like when we're going to go to watch something, like that's one of the first things we check out is Netflix, you know?
Yeah.
Good stuff. Thank you. Bloomberg News cross-asset reporter Danica Sakova.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.